A few weeks ago, at the high table of global affairs beneath the cold gaze of polished brass and diplomatic pride, General Michael Langley, the U.S. African Command Chief, leaned into his microphone with practiced restraint. His words, clipped and clinical, echoed across the chamber like a distant drumbeat of accusation.
Burkina Faso, as whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime.
A few days later, beneath the winter sky of Moscow, Traoré responded, not with rage, but with the quiet thunder of dignity. In a televised interview, flanked by flags and fire in his eyes, he spoke in calm defiance, every word weighed with ancestral strength. If I use gold to protect my people, is that a crime? That gold belongs to Burkina Faso, not Washington, not Paris. Not 1 ounce of it should be measured against the ambitions of empires.
This is very serious. First of all, he talked about Burkina's gold being used for what? For us, to protect ourselves and all that. First, it's Burkina's gold, it's not his gold. That's the first thing. What business is it of his? It's none of his business. It's Burkina's gold. It doesn't concern him. When he says that, we use it to protect ourselves and all that. We're free. If the people have decided that we should govern them, we have a duty to protect ourselves. So we are free. What business is it of his?
I, Michael Elliott Langley, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
I solemnly swear before the Burkinabe people and on my honor to preserve, respect, enforce, and defend the Constitution and the Transitional Charter with unwavering commitment.
Intelligence suggests that Captain Ibrahim Traoré is diverting Burkina Faso's gold, not for the benefit of the people, but to strengthen his grip on power. We must question his legitimacy and the trajectory of his regime. The room grew tense. Pens scratched paper, eyes narrowed behind glass lenses. It was a statement wrapped in diplomacy, but laced with a venom that stung the truth.
The other two competitors are just trying to replicate what we do best.
I can imagine a situation, though, in which the ruling elite of a country is receiving gratuities on the side that in order to the benefit of the strongman leader and not to the populace of the country. Does that sort of corruption and bribery go on with regard to the Belt and Road?
Absolutely, Chairman. I see this, and I don't mind calling them out, but Captain Traoré and Burkina Faso, as they know that both, whether it's their gold reserves, that is all those proceeds are just in exchange to protect the junta regime. There's a number of examples across. Even in Sudan, what's going on with the rapid support forces and Burhan of the Sudan forces, when you get down to it, is all about the revenue that can be drawn out of that. And there are nefarious actors in the CCP or in sometimes Russia are complicit in those activities.
He leaned forward slightly, voice steady as iron rain. General Langley must come forward and tell the world the truth, or apologize for dressing lies in the uniform of authority. Africa is not a playground, and I am not your puppet.
Second thing, he's lying. Because Burkina never had any gold reserves until we came. We were the ones who started setting aside gold in the treasury of Burkina Faso. Otherwise, there wasn't a single gram of gold reserves in Burkina. So that means he's a liar, again. And another thing, when he says that, we use it to protect ourselves and all that. We're free. If the people have decided that we should govern them, we have a duty to protect ourselves. So we are free. What business is it of his? And the part that hurt me the most, not because he's a general or because he's American or anything like that, but because he's black. And it really hurts to see a black man being used to fight against another black man. And this didn't start just now. It has to stop. You see, it's very dangerous. Even Libya, who destroyed Libya, once again they used a black man. In movies, back in the day, in America, black people always played the bad guy. We told ourselves, it's just in the movies. But why do black people have to keep playing the bad guy? And I think that if he heard this interview, he should look at himself in the mirror, feel ashamed, come out and say, well, I was given a false report. I regret it. He needs to say it publicly. If it was a false report, then it was made, because it's possible. It's possible that he was given a false report, that he should come out with it, because as you saw, when I take another neighbor.
General Langley should look long and hard into the mirror, not just at the stars on his shoulders, but at the reflection staring back. For what stares at him is a black man being used to extinguish the African dream. This is the tragedy wrapped in a uniform, a brother made to betray the struggle of his own.
Again, as I say among us, Black, the Ivorian Minister of Defense, who goes around, travels to Turkey, meets the Turkish Minister of Defense, and tells him, you shouldn't sell us weapons. You see how much that hurts. When it's a black person who behaves like that, it really hurts. Did we make a false report? Let him come out and deny it. If he was sent to create a problem in Burkina, as they are used to doing, well, we'll get ready. We'll be waiting for them. Because this has to stop now. The black race should not be used to fight against black people. Every time it's the same thing. It's always the same. And that's what we deplore. And it really hurt us to see that it was a black person making these statements. It's true that they may regret it through various channels. They're trying to make up for it. Now that it was said publicly, it needs to be made right publicly. That's how it is for us. We're no longer engaging in diplomatic hypocrisy, as we like to say. Saying things loudly and clearly, and then coming back later to say, no, we're sorry, we didn't mean it. That's not enough. It needs to be said publicly. So I invite them to make amends, to say it publicly, because African youth have understood. Black youth around the world have understood. This kind of manipulation doesn't work anymore. That's how it's always been, using false pretexts in hopes of achieving other goals. That doesn't work anymore. So it's unfortunate, but Burkina Faso is staying true to its path. We will continue to develop. And he forgot to mention everything we are doing for Burkina Faso. What we are doing, no other regime has accomplished. That's it, the socio-economic development of Burkina Faso, who has done, look, we are building many health centers, equipping them with medical devices for examinations, and lowering the costs of medical tests. Which regime has done the same? No one. We are taking action in agriculture, plowing farmers' fields for free. Our production is increasing and everything. Who has done that? No one. The army. We are creating a new army, and the Burkinabe army has never been as well staffed and equipped as it is now. Who has done that? No regime. When it comes to employment, no regime has created as many jobs as we have. Industrialization. Maybe that's what bothers them. That's what they want to stop. So they have to make up.
Burkina Faso's gold belongs to Burkina Faso, not to any foreign general, not to any empire. Let General Langley come forward and confess he was wrong, or carry the shame of trying to break Africa's sons with empty lies. In an age of puppets, one voice refused the strings. In a world of whispers, one man chose thunder. This is the story of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the gold, the betrayal, the rise.